This video is sponsored by Surfshark. What is Surfshark, you ask? Surfshark is a virtual private network, VPN for short, service that encrypts your online activity and personal data to protect your privacy. It uses an encrypted tunnel to send your internet traffic, which prevents snoopers and data breaches. Surfshark also offers other security features such as an antivirus protection, ad blockers, and data breach alerts. Surfshark is available on many devices, including Windows, Mac OS, Android iOS, TVs, routers, gaming consoles, and browser extensions. It also has over 3,200 servers in more than 100 countries. A huge benefit is that there's no risk in trying Surfshark, as they offer, as you can see right here, 30-day money-back guarantee. And to top it all off, if you come over here, pick a package, and type in my code GambaAJ and hit apply right here, you not only get a discount, you receive 4 months extra for free. Link will be in the description down below. Thanks Surfshark for keeping us safe and sponsoring this video. Yo YouTube, what's going on? AJ here, back at it again with another video. And in today's video, we're going to be going over the 2 limited 5-star weapons that are coming to Wuthering Waves in patch 1.2. We're talking about Xiangliyao's weapon, which she's a gauntlet user, and Zhezhi's weapon, which she's a recertifier user. We're going to be talking about, is it worth pulling, or are you guys getting baited and it's not worth pulling? We're going to talk about the long-term value of these weapons, who can utilize it, as well as some alternative choices that we will throw in case you guys don't want to pull for these weapons. Now obviously whales, you guys are going to pull for the weapon regardless, depending on the drip, the color, any reason that they could give you to pull for the weapon, you know what I mean? You guys are going to pull on it because, you know, you got the money to spend, so enjoy. Light spenders though, you're in a little bit of a different hand. You may have a little bit extra asteroids, and you may want to know which one is the better value to pull for. And as well as free to play, you know, you guys don't have that many asteroids, so you have to be careful on what you pull on. So my name is AJ, guys. If you like the content on this channel, please hit a like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get into the video. Let's start off with Xiangliyao's weapon because he's free, and I think his is the easiest to talk about out of the 2 and the quickest. So Xiangliyao's weapon is a gauntlet, obviously, and we don't have too many gauntlet limited 5-star choices. We only have one 5-star choice, which is off the standard banner. Now with Xiangliyao's weapon, the big thing about it is how much value does it really have? Well, if you look at the main stat that it scales off of, it scales off a crit rate, which right now, I will say this, guys, out of any main stat when it comes to DPSs who need crit rate and crit damage, right? Crit rate is so much more valuable than crit damage, just because, guys, if you were to do an average on your rolls, right? I roll mainly crit damage, and I roll high crit damage numbers on my substats, whether it's 15%, 18%, 20-something%, you know what I mean? It's easier to roll crit damage than it is to roll a good crit rate number. I'm sure you guys have rolled crit rate before, and you've only gotten 6%. So the fact that his main stat is already crit rate is huge. Then we go over to the weapon passive, right, guys? All attribute damage bonuses will be increased by 12%. Universally, not even just on Xiangliyao, right? This is huge, guys. Okay? All attribute damage bonuses up by 12%. That means his damage bonus. That means if you were to throw this on Jiyan, her damage bonus goes up. Her attribute damage goes up by 12%. Is a nice damage increase. It's a little nice bonus, you know what I mean? It's a nice bonus to have. Obviously, Xiangliyao is going to be a Resonance Liberation user, so the fact that this is just giving him so much, like a ridiculous amount of Resonance Liberation, which he needs, he's going to just hit harder, guys, and it's just the numbers are going to be insane for this unit. I am curious when we do get our hands on him, guys, and we see the testing. I do believe, guys, that he probably will pass, and he has high potential to pass both Xiangli and Jiyan. I'm not even doubtful of that. We're just going to have to wait and see, though, how he does perform in-game versus bosses and stuff like that. The rest of the stuff is really tailored to his kit. Signature weapons are always going to be tailored to the 5-star character in general, right? But universally, when you look at his weapon and the amount of gauntlet choices you have, you can obviously go for the standard 5-star choice. but it's not going to be as good as his main weapon. On top of that, guys, it's the fact that Xiangliyao's weapon is going to work well on not only him, Jiyan, and Yulin Yang mains, who should be excited. Getting this weapon, right, is an amazing choice, okay? Obviously the crit, obviously the elemental boost, but long-term wise, right, guys, I feel like if another future Gauntlet user came out, you're kind of set with this weapon, you know what I mean? Because this will always be a good alternative stat stick for your Gauntlet users. So if you guys are asking me, is this weapon worth pulling? Yes, 100%. You're taking a free unit like Xiangliyao, who's already good. You're going to make him into a monster. Obviously, you can also use the standard 5-star gauntlet if you still have that and you don't want to pull for those. That's still an option, guys. Another good alternative option I'm just going to throw out there, guys, especially for Xiangliyao. If you're not going to pull this weapon, I would say his literal best second option is the battle pass option Stonard. It's the only other one that gives resonance liberation, and on top of that, guys, it also scales with crit rate. So it's not as much crit rate, but hey, it is something, you know what I mean? So yeah, that is it for Xiangliyao. Let's get into Zhezhi now, the restorative fire options. Now with Zhezhi, she's a little bit interesting conversation for a second, because if we look at Zhezhi's weapon, right, you can see the main stat is crit damage, and it is a lot of crit damage. Obviously, weapon passive attack increased by 12% when resonance skill is activated. When you are on field, the damage of, now I don't know, guys, NA could be normal attack, but obviously the wording in the game for Wuthering Waves is basic attack. So I don't know if this is a translation error by Kuro. Obviously we'll know the official thing soon in game. The patch is in like less than a week around there, so we'll know officially when her banner drops what that is, whether it is basic attack or it's, you know, something else with skill or whatever. But increases by 12% and can last for 6 seconds by stacking 3 stacks when outro skill is activated. If the 6 stacks is accumulated, all stacks will be removed, and she will increase NA damage by 52% when off field and last for 25 seconds. So essentially, right, guys, with her, I would say Zhezhi, it's looking like she's going to do a ridiculous amount of damage, right, guys? Obviously she's a sub DPS, the same class as Yinlin. They want to make sure when these units are on the field, they do a good amount of damage, but they also do a monster amount of damage off the field. Obviously signature weapons are going to be tailored to the character, you know what I mean? They're going to fully be able to utilize it. They were designed for the character. However, and I do say this again with the certifier users in general, right, guys? The issue with Zhezhi's weapon and why I really don't recommend it, unless you really want it, you know what I mean? Like, if you guys want it, obviously this is her best in slot weapon. But the issue is that a lot of you guys pulled for Yinlin, a lot of you guys have String Master, and that's what I was talking about, right, guys? It's almost like with String Master, the value of Yinlin's weapon is so high, and a lot of people debate it as like the best weapon in Wuthering Waves because of its universal like use, you know what I mean? You can just slap it on to any sub DPS. And while weapon passives, you know what I mean, are tailored to this character themselves, the limited 5-star, the fact of the matter is this is a good stat stick, but it still does some things that, you know, Zhezhi's weapon does, you know what I mean? Like boosting the off-field damage, you know what I mean? Attack is going to be a good stat that you need, obviously, for Zhezhi. So the fact that it offers crit rate as well, and it's 36%, is really amazing. And so if you have String Master, guys, you have to ask yourself if you're a light spender or free to play. And I'm really talking to light spender free to play because I know the whales right now are like, hey, I see the drip, I'm pulling. So whales, you guys have fun. Hopefully you win your 50-50. Maybe some of you won't pull for it, who knows, but I highly doubt it. I know you guys are going to get everything. You guys are collectors in this game. But for light spenders and free to play, if you have String Master, I really don't recommend pulling Zhezhi's weapon, even though it may be her best, because String Master will be her second best alternative choice, I 100% believe. And this is a case where you can save, you know what I mean, Astrites, and you can look forward to now Shorekeeper. The other alternative choices I would recommend after String Master, guys, I mean, you can use Cosmic Ripples, you can use Augment, you know what I mean? Those are the alternative choices. Those two are going to be battling for 3rd and 4th spot, but honestly, at that point, right, you guys should then maybe consider, I would say, even with Cosmic Ripples and Augment, if you have one of those two, I would then recommend pulling for Zhezhi's weapon, guys, as if you don't have String Master, I would get something, you know what I mean? Because, like, it's just, in my opinion, like, Zhezhi's weapon is good on her, obviously, but it's just a notch under String Master, excuse me. So, if you don't have it, and you're using Cosmic Ripples and Augment, I'll say it one more time, just go and grab Zhezhi's weapon, and then long term, you can use that and place that on other sub DPSs, you know what I mean? And use that as, like, a great alternative stat stick. Overall, guys, what do you guys think about the current weapons that Kuro Games has released for these two limited characters? I think that Xiangliyao is going to be a monster in this game. I think Zhezhi is going to be a monster in this game. That's it for this video, guys. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you guys like my take. Also, follow me on Twitter. Your boy appreciates the follow. I want to engage with you guys. I want to engage with more posts. I also post my content on there in case you guys don't see it on YouTube right away. Yeah, go support your boy. That's it for this one. I'll talk to y'all next time. Peace.